Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Oh, I lost you there for a second.
No, I hope I'm here. I hope all is well. Happy Tuesday. Great to be here with you today. So we've got a special broadcast today, which is a Catalyst client showcase. So all about showcasing one of our amazing Catalyst members. We always talk, don't we, with great pride about our amazing women in the Catalyst membership, which is a membership for professionals and for entrepreneurs. And today we're going to introduce you to one of our lovely members. So our lovely member is Cathy Dowden, who is the founder of an amazing business called Miller & Keane. I've had the privilege of knowing Cathy for a number of years now, and she was one of our very founding members of the Catalyst membership. So we're going to be chatting to Cathy today, finding out all about her background, about how she built her business, and about what she enjoys about being part of our Catalyst community as well. So without further ado, I'm going to bring Cathy on to the screen with us so that we can welcome her and get to know her. Hey, Cathy.
Good morning.
Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Sarah. Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Thanks so much for being here. So we would love, I've kind of given you a brief intro, but we'd really love for you to introduce you and tell us a little bit about your business, your wonderful business, Miller & Keane, and what you do.
Absolutely. Okay, so I set up Miller & Keane about 4 years ago now, 2018. So it'll be 4 years actually in October when I launched. And it kind of, it came from a passion for candles, which many women and many friends of mine have. And also I had run another business before then. And it was kind of a pivot, I guess. I had run a little children's personalized product business, and a lot of people had been asking for candles, and then I met an amazing candle supplier at a trade show, and he was taking on clients. So yeah, I decided, why not take the plunge, combine business with something I love, and yeah, the launch went really well, and here I am still paddling away nearly 4 years later.
Oh, Cathy, amazing. You've had such an amazing journey. And just tell us a little bit more, because your business, Miller & Keane, is really a lot. It's a lot more than candles per se, isn't it? There's a lot more behind the brand, between, I know, your ethics behind the brand and everything. So tell us a little bit more about that, please.
Well, it started off with candles and reed diffusers, and the reason I opened the business was, at the time there was hardly any natural soy candles, so most candles back then were all paraffin based. And having run my own therapy practice and for many years burning candles in my therapy room, I knew that basically paraffin is really not a great option to be burning in your home. I got tired of wiping off the black marks off the wall, and when I did a little bit more research, I realized there was a lot of reasons not to use them. And probably about 10 years ago, actually, I discovered soy candles in South Africa when I lived there. So during that whole period, I had always been burning them at home, bought some as gifts for people, and and basically launching the business. Initially, it was very much my passion for eco and sustainability, which was combined with a love of candles. So at the beginning, it was the two of those over time and over the last 4 years, with the pandemic arriving, a lot of people actually went into candle making, and soy is much, much more popular now, which I'm really, really happy about. People are a lot more aware of ingredients and being kind to the planet, going plant-based rather than relying on a petroleum-based product. And I've kind of also introduced naturally and evolved more into well-being, which was also my background. So for many years, I had my own practice as a therapist doing reflexology and a range of holistic therapies. And I found kind of for myself and a lot of other people during the pandemic, we needed a lot of the tools that I kind of had automatically used, and I pulled them back out and started sharing. So at this point, it is much more of a well-being brand, and and it's kind of evolving really, really nicely into something that I'm quite proud of, actually.
So much to be proud of, Kathy. I just think you're amazing, and your values really, really resonate as well. So firstly, anybody who's not aware of Kathy's amazing business, Miller and Keane, honestly, the candles and the diffusers are absolutely beautiful from the packaging, from the branding, but also the quality of the products as well. It's just absolutely exceptional. When you have one of Kathy's lovely candles, it burns in a way that no other candle burns, and it smells in a way that no other candle smells. It's just absolutely beautiful, beautiful products, and I love that. But what I love even more is the care and the love and the ethos that goes into it, from the care in terms of the environmental aspects, but also Kathy's like real passion for self-care, for supporting women. And I think particularly mums and particularly women in business, you just have such amazing messaging around how to support women in their self-care. So tell us a little bit more about that, about the kinds of things that you do to promote that message of self-care.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you. That was incredibly kind. Thank you so much. But so with the self-care, well, at the end of the day, I am a mum of two. I'm a woman and running a business, and like so many people I know, like you ladies and many other people, we're all just spinning plates and juggling balls and trying to keep sane half the time. And when you throw a business on top of that, it really can be a lot. And then why not throw pandemic and a bit of homeschooling as well? So, basically the tools that I found I needed to go back to, like slowing down, making time for me in order to not be a super stressed mom and wife. I started just sharing those with friends who were going through a hard time, and then I started just sharing them as blogs or as posts, and I did find I got an awful lot of feedback about that, and I kind of underestimated, the power of kind of sharing those tools. For me, I guess it's been a journey of 30 years. When I was 16, I suffered from panic attacks at school, back when nobody had any idea what a panic attack was. So that then was probably the beginning of my journey into well-being and self-development and kind of, just breathing techniques and yoga and affirmations and a bit of meditation. So it's definitely been a long journey, but it's really nice now to have, we all need a bit of a toolkit actually, and at different times, you do need different tools, so it's just nice to share them.
Absolutely, Kathy, and I love your passion for that. And you're right, that you have such a wealth of experience over the years, your experience as a therapist that you bring to everything that you do. And I know that so many women really value the wise counsel that you give as well. Amazing.
Don't know how wise. Yeah.
One thing I do love about Miller and Keane is that you have partnered up with a charity partner. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Orphans No More. So we moved to Harpenden about 10 years ago now. And in the early years, I was involved in the church a lot, and I discovered this beautiful organization that helped orphans out in Uganda. And I got to know the founder, Susie Peachy. And then when it came to opening a business, I always knew I wanted a business which had some form of giving back as well. I think that's really, really important. important. So yeah, they've been operating for, I think, about 15 years now, might be slightly more, and they've just done the most amazing work. So a lot of these children didn't have any families, and obviously Uganda is a place where, there's, finance is very much an issue for most people. So in order for them to help those children find families, they give not only financial support, but also kind of guidance and support with schooling and every aspect, really. So they've seen a lot of children come through now, right from very, very little all the way through to university and graduating. And yeah, it's amazing the work they do. I do share links to their website on my website and social media, and it's definitely worth checking out.
Amazing.
Thank
It's an
you.
incredible charity, and I love your passion for supporting that charity as well. Again, you are great. That's, what I'd say that's maybe your core strength, Kathy. I don't know if you would agree, but you are such a champion of, the people and the causes that you believe in.
You make me sound amazing, but well, I just think, it's not even, I'm not giving back loads of money or anything, but I think whatever you can do, no matter how small the business is, it's just lovely to in some way give back. And what I genuinely do love, and this is why I love your group as well, because you do the exact same, is I find if I work with somebody or if I find a business that's doing well, I genuinely do shout about it from the tree tops, and I love recommending them to everyone, because we all know so much hard work goes into creating a business and delivering good customer care or a good product. And I think it's just a really, really important thing to do, to support one another. And again, so many of us are women, and many of us are mums who are, juggling a lot, and it's not easy. So it's just really, I think it's really, really important.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we agree. Absolutely agree with everything that you're saying.
So I know that you got connected to the Catalyst World via Sarah, but it might be nice for you to share with me and for everyone else that's listening kind of how you connected and where your journey started.
Absolutely, I did, and I'm very grateful to be part of this lovely community. But Sarah and I go back, actually, I think it was less than a year after I'd set up my business. It was 2019, and like most people, when you set up your business, it becomes your baby and you throw everything into it. And I fell into that trap of just like work, and not realizing it. So my kids were kind of saying to me, Mom, you're on the phone again, and all, red flags, really, things, I'm preaching in a way, balance and well-being, but I wasn't practicing it. Mm-hmm. So I contacted Sarah. I had seen her in a few places. So I'd been to brilliant parenting weekend where Sarah did a fab talk there, and then I kept kind of seeing her pop up on my social media and friends recommending her, and I just thought, oh, this sounds like a lady I'd really like to meet. And then I discovered she did life coaching, so I contacted Sarah and I got coaching at the time, and I realized I just needed to restore a balance in my own life. And they always say we can't use our own superpowers on ourselves. So while I'm fantastic at reflecting to others where they're out of balance, I couldn't see it myself. So quite quickly after probably the first session, we had pinpointed completely where I was out of balance, what my values were, and where I needed to look at. So I think we did about 10 sessions together. And from that, then I joined Sarah's Transformation Academy, which is similar. It's a lovely group of like-minded people, support and coaching. And then when you ladies merge, it just goes from strength to strength, really. It gets better all the time.
Thank you. Sarah, you are fabulous. So it's great to have a cheerleading team of Kathy and I behind you.
You're both amazing cheerleaders. And what a journey. And it really resonates with me, because when we're in this space of, whether we're coaches or we're doing something where we're working with people, we're working on wellness, it's so important for us to have that authenticity of being able to walk our talk. But of course, we're all human and we all need support, don't we? And so it was just wonderful that you recognized that, and we did, and you really, really committed to that work and really looked at, how to get that it is an elusive balance, I think, when we're leading busy lives. It's been a real inspiration to kind of watch you and watch your journey and all that you've done. It's been, an inspiration and a real pleasure as well.
Oh, you're so lovely. No, you definitely got me back on track, and it felt good. But it is, it's not something I don't think anyone can nail at once. There's no magic formula. It's just an awareness. I feel like every single day is, I get up and it's, you need to make an effort to have balance and tune in with your body and pay attention. But yeah, it's definitely an ongoing journey, I think, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. So you've taken us back to where you were, and I think that's very common at the beginning of your business journey, isn't it? Because it's so all-consuming. So many of us will resonate with this. You kind of go all out, you work so hard. It's like having a newborn baby, and there's kind of and generally we're doing it by ourselves as well. And it's hard. It's really, really hard. And I think for lots of us, we get to that point we think, actually, this isn't why I went into business. This is no longer sustainable. So that was taking us back to 2019. That's where you were. Where are you now, would you say, with that?
Now I'm definitely a lot more mellow, Sarah. So I've got my wheel of life, which I do look at regularly. I think you become a bit more realistic as well. I think those early days, there's a lot of different chemicals keeping us going, like endorphins and excitement and serotonin and cortisol and the whole lot, a whole heady mix in there. But then it's not sustainable. So you do get to a point where you think, well, the reason I have my own business is so that I can spend more time with my kids, be a bit more present, have school holidays, work around school hours. So I'm a lot more conscious nowadays. You know what? Maybe I've gone completely the other side, to be honest, because when I feel I need to, I can cut everything else out, and I can do that quite quickly. But I am learning now to just commit to less as well, to think. Or, I think if maybe that comes with age as well. I don't know, but I know I used to say yes to almost everything, whereas now I'm a lot more mindful and just more aware of what I can actually fit into any given week. And running a business, you actually do need to allow buffer and having a family for unexpected things, because they happen all the time. So whether that's the kids falling ill or whatever. So yeah, I do feel I'm in a much, much better place. I look back at maybe the Kathy who started out 4 years ago, and I think, oh, I wish I could have a wee chat with you and and just help you not fall into so many pitfalls. But it is a journey, and we learn so much from those pitfalls and challenges along the way. But I do feel like one of the reasons I love being part of a group like this, and the reason I reached out to get coaching, was when I set up a business, I didn't really know anyone. None of my friends ran their own business. So, a lot of them worked for companies, or they were full-time moms like I was at the time. So it was a whole new ball game for me. And you can't really even have conversations as well. Like, people wouldn't really know what on earth I was talking about if I started talking about SEO or whatever, website design. So when you come into a group like this, suddenly it opened me up into a whole world of other women on the same journey as me, going through the same challenges and pitfalls, and the masterclasses were really relevant. So it's, when you say where am I now compared to then, I'm in a much, much better space. And the reason is I've got, so many more tools and so many more resources now as well. Not just the masterclasses, but people. I now know so many people in this group and various other groups. And when you're going through a challenge, you can reach out and get advice and guidance from others or brainstorm ideas. So I do think over time it does get a lot easier.
Do you know what, Kathy? Thank you. That's such a reassuring message for people to hear, isn't it? Because we do know that people start businesses with great hopes, and then sadly so many businesses fail, and so many businesses fail because we get overwhelmed, we feel like it's not possible. Whereas actually when you've got that support of a group around you of like-minded people, and you've got somebody who's offering you tools and strategies, it really makes it makes all the difference, I'd say. So yeah, that's really, really good to hear.
Yeah, it really, really does. Yeah, I think 90%. I mean, I studied business and marketing to degree level, and I remember back then, very, very, very long time ago, they were saying 90% of businesses fail, and I thought that cannot be true. But you know what? I think it's probably higher actually. And they said of the 10% left, I think back then they were saying 90% of those have failed. I hate the word fail, but let's say closed within 5 years. And you know what? The numbers are there for a reason. And I really don't like the word fail actually, because I think it can sometimes imply, something that just wasn't good or didn't work. But let's say with my first business, I had that for a year, and then I realized this is not working. So I closed it. It's quite a hard thing to do, and it's a very hard decision to make because, again, we're so attached to whatever it is we have created. But you have to sometimes look at the facts and look at, is it making money? Is it worth the effort and energy I'm putting in? Is it getting me where I want to go? Am I still loving it? Am I still passionate? And if you're not, you just have to know when to let go and not see it as failure, because I learned so much in that first year that when I needed to do websites and social media for the next business, it was way easier. So, yeah.
That is a great message, Kathy, isn't it? That it's all learning, and it gets easier in time because we have the benefit of that learning and the benefit of that experience. So there's a presupposition in NLP, Rebecca and I are both NLP practitioners, which is there's no such thing as failure, only feedback. And I love that because I'm like, yeah, everything that we perceive as failure, if you like, it's just feedback, it's just learning. And if we can be resilient and take that learning, then we will grow and we will move forward.
So true. And I love that switch of words because words are quite powerful actually, and no one wants to think of business failing or anything. So it's so good to try things. I'd much rather try a million things and never look back and go, I wish I had done something. I think it's really, really important to try, but there does come a point where you just have to look at it and think, is this financially working? And if it's not, your time and energy is really valuable, and it's important to I love the word pivot. That's my new favorite word.
Yeah. There's been a lot of pivoting going on during the pandemic, that is for sure. Wow. So Kathy, it's been amazing today to hear, just to go back over you, your journey, your values, what you stand for, the way that you love to support and champion other women, your learnings over time. Such a rich conversation. So amazing. Thank you. Just finally, just before we kind of wrap up today, for anybody who's watching this who's maybe thinking about joining the Catalyst membership, what would you say? What would you say to them about working with Rebecca and I?
Okay, I would say, can stop thinking right now, just click on and join, and you'll actually see. Sometimes you need to see to believe, but it really, really is amazing. And for the money that you pay per month, I mean, it's actually incredible value. You get so much in there. I've done group coaching with both you, Rebecca, and Sarah, and I love them. I love coaching anyway, but I find I actually really enjoyed the group coaching because not only is it the issue that maybe I'm bringing to the table that I want some guidance on, but you get to hear what the other people are as well. And any coaching sessions I've been on have had probably 3 or 4 people. So I've actually learned from all of those conversations as well. Then there's the master classes and just all the content that you ladies share. But most importantly, the women in the group are just amazing. They're just so lovely, so authentic, so honest, open, friendly, and it's a really, really lovely group. I feel very privileged to be part of it.
Thank you, Kathy. It's a privilege to have you part of it, and thank you so much for
100%.
your kind words. Yeah, yeah. I love what you said about group coaching as well. It's so true, because with coaching in a group, you're not just learning from your own coaching process, you get to observe other people being coached, and we all resonate and we all learn from each other and support each other as well, which is just wonderful. And
And
you're
I
right.
find, oh, sorry.
Go on.
I was gonna say, I find I go through phases where I'm like in and I'm watching everything, and then like recently I've gone through quieter phases. But because because again, it doesn't cost the earth. I mean, if you do one-to-one coaching session with anyone, the prices are 90 to 150 pounds. So I just find, even if I've a couple of a quiet month or a few quiet months, I never feel, oh, I'm wasting that, because I get so much from it all the other times or whenever I need to. So it's really, really money well spent, to be quite honest.
That's such a great point that you make there, because Sarah and I at the moment, we're like, that's like less than £1 a day. We spend more on a Costa or a Starbucks, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy. And when I I've always loved one-to-one coaching, but actually I kind of did realize, oh, these group sessions are really good, because I'm learning so much more. So
yeah,
is
wonderful.
everything.
Yeah, and we're so proud of our members and our community, because you're right, it is such a lovely supported space. There's no judgment, there's none of that hustling for six-figure chat in our community. Everybody's just very open, very honest. Everybody's at their own stage doing their own thing, but we're kind of all in it together. We're very, very proud of our community.
And it's quite motivating as well, that kind of honesty. When we're going through hard patches, we can share it, and we can be really, really honest about, how the pandemics affect our businesses or whatever. And it's kind of nice sometimes knowing it's not just me. Most business owners are feeling that. But more importantly, you ladies are truly, truly, truly amazing. You're so approachable. You just bring a really beautiful, positive energy to it. And I know everyone in the group will just be nodding and agreeing with that. And the event that you just had in London, oh my goodness. Like, I like everything online, but to meet in person, that whole day was just utterly amazing. So I can't wait for the next one.
Neither can we. We can't wait either.
No, we've got plans. We're laying our plans for our next Catalyst event. Yeah, it was. Thank you. It was a very, very special day to all be together in person. It was really, really lovely. So yeah, brilliant. Okay. So
wrap up now. Yeah.
Let's wrap up. I'll let you wrap up, Rebecca.
So, Kathy, thank you so much, as Sarah has already summarised, for sharing your journey with us and sharing with everyone else as well what it's like to be in the Catalyst world, whatever that may be for everyone else. About you again, what have you got coming up that you want people to know about? And how can people connect with you after this to find out more?
I should be more prepared. What have I got coming up? Well, I am going to be launching a self-care pathway online course. So taking a lot of the tools and resources that I've been kind of sharing over the last 18 months anyway, and putting them into a digital course so that anyone can access them at any time. So it's like kind of creating your own toolkit. And then also, I've had so many people over the years ask if I do candle making workshops, and I have decided I'm going to do a spring and a summer one. So I'll start having details of that soon. I'm in the process of redoing my website, so I would say bear with me. I think a lot of that will be May. So kind of from the 1st of May onwards, keep an eye out for all of these exciting things.
Fantastic. That sounds great. I think, hopefully, Sarah, we can attend some candle making workshops. That would be nice.
I actually have. Kathy did one during the pandemic, and it was absolutely wonderful. So highly recommend. So go and check out Kathy's amazing business. It's such a lovely place to buy something special for yourself or a gift. Her candles and diffusers were absolutely beautiful. Definitely recommend that.
Thank you so much, Kathy.
Thank you, ladies. I'm honestly so grateful that you've had me on. Thank you.
Thank you for being here with us today. Brilliant. And just a reminder, anybody who's watching today, our Catalyst membership doors are open. now until 2 p.m. this Thursday before we wrap up for the school Easter holidays. So your investment is £35 a month, which is, as Rebecca said, it's less than, it's kind of like £1 a day. It's less than we probably spend on coffee, or you can join as an annual member. So any questions about the Catalyst membership, pop us a message or just hit that link and come and sign up. So if you've been joining today, go and check out Kathy's amazing business. She's an amazing human. And if you want to join the Catalysts, check out the link and you can find out exactly what's involved. Okay, I think that's us for today, Rebecca.
That is us for today. And if you want to hear more showcases this week, then we have a few more coming up for you as well. So we have Suzanne tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We've also got Angel and Leonora on Thursday at 9:30 and 11 o'clock as well. So you can hear a variety of different people's experiences of being in the membership, but also learning about their amazing businesses and what they get up to as well. So have a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday, and we will see you live again this week.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Rebecca. Bye-bye.